Hey, what is going on? This is your stimulus check daily updated information. So there is new stimulus checks going out next week. Looks like a lot of people are going to be getting a new stimulus check coming up next week. Plus, there's a lot of new states that are sending out stimulus. New states are kind of getting more information as far as getting these stimulus checks out to everybody. It looks like they're going to be doing that. Now, there is this giant budget plan that Nancy Pelosi has put together. She's trying to get it voted on in the House of Representatives. Everybody's coming back to Washington so they can start voting on these things. And then Chuck Schumer also has the Senate lead, and he's trying to get his infrastructure bill passed. This is going to be a lot of money that's going to be going out to a lot of different areas, get a lot of jobs. It's going to be a big, giant government spending bill. And a lot of it's going to be more stimulus. I think they're going to have the fourth stimulus inside of that. And so I'm going to cover a lot of the details for you in this video. There's another petition going out to try to get seniors some type of stimulus, try to get something going with them. Senior Citizens League is calling for $1,400 checks for Social Security recipients. If you're on Social Security, they're trying to get you some type of benefits that's targeted for seniors. Now, right now, if you are SSI, SSDI, you can file your returns with the Treasury. There is a free filing tool on there, and you can just fill out that information. And if you go to the free filing tools and you actually fill out that information, they're going to look at your returns. If you've never sent a return in the past, what you can do is you can use the recovery rebate credit that'll allow you to pick up the first two checks. So the $1,200 check, the $600 check, if you did not receive those, you can get those in the recovery rebate credit on the non-filers tool that's on the Treasury website. But it said in 2021, Social Security benefits increased by 1.3%, so rising. So 1.3%, but the expected inflation is going to be around 6.2% in 2022. So the increase in Social Security benefits is not increasing at the inflation rate. So that's why they're going to try to get this $1,400 check sent out. Now, this is just a petition. They're trying to get this in front of Congress so they can do it and see it, and then hopefully get some type of more stimulus out to everybody. But it comes down to House Representatives, whoever's in charge of that, try to get a bill passed, and then it moves over to the Senate. Whoever's in control of that, they can control which bills get passed. If they can get more stimulus, if they can get more stimulus to seniors, it's going to be probably put into some type of bill into the future, maybe possibly into this stimulus package or this budget package that Nancy Pelosi is trying to put together. Good news for California, though. The Golden State stimulus checks are going out. Should be seeing those in your banks immediately. If you are in that state, it's good news. One of the things that also is available, if you are ITIN and you do not have a Social Security number, you can pick up this new payment. You can pick up this new stimulus. You have to make less than $75,000 a year in order to get this. And then if you qualify, you'll be able to pick up any close to, if you have dependents, you can get $1,100. If you didn't qualify for the first one and you have a dependent, you can get $1,100. If you didn't qualify for the first one and you just don't have any dependents, you'll be getting a $600 check. So that's good news for a lot of people that do have that married filed separately. Then you're going to be getting didn't qualify for the check, you get $500. And then if you have an ITIN number, you can get up to, I think, $1,000 or $1,100 with an ITIN number. They're going to give you $500, and then dependents, I believe, aren't going to get anything for that. But if you do have more than one people in the household, I think with the ITIN number, you can pick up that check. But you do have to live in California, and you have to file your returns with the Franchise Tax Board. So it's good news for a lot of the states. There is $350 billion that was sent out through the American Rescue Plan by President Biden. This is something that they have to send this money out. Each state has to get some type of stimulus out to people in their area before December 31st. And I think if they don't, they have to send the money back to the federal government, which I can guarantee you the local governments will not want to send that money back to the federal government. So they're going to figure out ways to spend that. Now, Alaska right now, they have a federal state enabled benefit program. It's going to be limited to certain people, and then also in that state, they have the annual oil wealth checks that will be going out. That's one state that actually the oil profits in that state, they take those and they return those to the citizens of Alaska. Arkansas looks like they're currently involved in a legal battle with their own residents over the end of the federal unemployment benefits. The federal unemployment benefits ended on September the 6th, so those are going to be stopped. They're going to try. I don't know if Nancy Pelosi and them are going to add it to this new bill. It might. If it's a possibility. I think they're going to try to sneak a lot of stuff into that bill, and then extend those unemployment benefits out. The moratoriums for eviction and all that has been frozen and halted. So again, California is getting that $600 payment for that state. Colorado looks like they're going to be getting $375 for one unemployment payments. And then Florida is going to give out $1,000 payments to teachers and administrators, but also they're going to be given out to frontline workers, police, firefighters, EMTs. They're also going to be getting a stimulus payment. Georgia, $1,000 for teachers and then $500 for part-time teachers. Maryland's getting $500 for families, $300 for individuals. Those that had earned income tax credits will be eligible for that payment. Mississippi, there's really no plans right now. They stopped the unemployment benefits. Michigan had a $500 hazard pay. New Mexico is sending out $740 checks to a lot of people in that state, about $5 million out of the $1.8 billion they received from the American Rescue Plan. New York has a $2.1 billion fund for undocumented workers. Tennessee is $1,000 payments for teachers, and then $500 for part-time teachers. In Texas, looks like $2,000 payments for those in Irvine. A lot of different cities in the state of Texas are sending out payments to people. It's not a statewide yet, but it's just individual cities. West Virginia, there's said more than 7,700 unclaimed stimulus checks in the state of West Virginia. So those are the states right now. Again, they have till December 31st. Each state to send out stimulus payments. If they don't, they have to give that money back. That's just what I've seen or read about that. And so hopefully most states will step up and start to do the right thing. I don't know if they're going to follow what California has done, which I think they should, but ultimately they're going to send out some type of stimulus payments to those in that area. Good news for about 40 million people. There's 61 million children are going to be receiving this child tax credit. So the payments are going out on September 15th. And what this is going to be the $3,600 child tax credit for anybody under the age of 6. And then you have a $3,000 stimulus for kids between the age of 6 and 17. And obviously this goes to the parents. The parents can use it and do what they want with it. But it does pay off to have children right now. $300 check per month until December is going out for kids under the age of 6. And then $250 per child, 6 to 17 is going out on the 15th. So between July 15th and December 15th, those checks are going out on a monthly basis. So that's like a reoccurring payment. Now in the American Rescue Plan, or in the American the Build Back Better plan that President Biden has put up, he has the American Jobs Plan and he has the American Families Plan. And the American Families Plan, they're going to try to extend out the child tax credit out through the year 2025. So if you do have children, they're not turning 17 over the course of the next 4 or 5 years, then it looks like if they can get that passed, it will be a monthly check coming back to you every month for the children that you have. So that's, I think it's good news for a lot of people that do have children. Again, the SSI, SSDI, people that don't have children and are older and their children have gone, obviously they're grown up. That looks like it's going to be possibly in this fourth stimulus check. I think they're going to have to come out with some type of stimulus. I know some of these governors are going to start to get itchy fingers and start to get locking down fever again. I don't know. Some of them might. Some of them aren't. Definitely Florida and Texas. They're not going to do the lockdown mandates. But when you lock down businesses and you put a lot of pressure on people in that area, they need some type of relief. And to me, it seemed like they should have had some type of monthly payment going out to everybody since day one of last year when they told everybody to close down and stay home. That was 15 days to flatten the curve, right? Well, that extended on for a long time, for over a year for some states, and those businesses were forced to stay closed. So those businesses couldn't support themselves. They couldn't support their family. It gets tough. And then you have employees that can't go in. They need some type of relief. So hopefully in the future we'll get a new relief payment sent out to everybody. But the child tax credit is going to be good. This is one program I think they're going to extend out, get that American Families Plan moved out so everybody gets a child tax credit payment coming in. So if you got 4 or 5 children, that's a pretty big check because it is per child. It's not just a one-time per family. It's per child. 3 or 4 children, three times 4, whatever it is, $1,200 check every month. That's coming in for all the people that do have children. So definitely good news. Again, I'm going to keep you updated on the states that are coming out with new stimulus. Again, every state has tons of money in their treasury. They got to turn around and pay their citizens out with this. It's just crazy that they're not. I wish they would get some more payments to everybody, but they're just ultimately not paying those out right now. So this is your stimulus check information, updated information for today.
I think there is also some consideration going on here by people. Are they going to go back to the same job that they had pre? And at the Department of Labor, we've gotten out hundreds of millions of dollars out into communities all across America for job training and workforce development. We also using the American Job Centers to connect people to jobs. So I think that we're living. I think there's a lot of factors here. I think that $300 didn't have as much of an impact as everyone said it did in keeping people out of work. We'll see now as we move forward. But those states that ended enhanced benefits did not see any gains at all of people going back to work. The one thing that we were able to do, myself and Secretary Yellen, was we sent letters to the states, all states, to let them know if they want to extend the benefit themselves, they can do that by using the American Rescue Plan money. Not all states, the unemployment numbers are high. Some states, the unemployment numbers are very low.
So why did the president make a decision to just let these benefits expire and not push to extend them again?
Well, Dana, the Congress, when they passed these benefits, set this as the expiration date. Right. And I would say the Delta variant is having an impact on the economy, but not so much on employment. We're at the lowest unemployment rate we have seen in this country in a year and a half, 5.2%. We've added jobs every single month we've been here. And so the states were given money as part of the rescue plan back in March to deal with the consequences of any economic dislocation. States are using that money in different ways. One of those ways is employment bonuses, paying people to take jobs. Other states are providing employment training, employment counseling. So these benefits expire under law this coming week. And we think that the states have the tools they need to help people move from unemployment to employment. Particularly, by the way, we have more unfilled jobs in this country than at any time on the record of measuring unfilled jobs. So we think the jobs are there, and we think the states have the resources they need to move people from unemployment to. This package adds nothing to the debt. Nothing to the debt. It is fully paid for by raising taxes on wealthy people. We've had people become billionaires during the pandemic. They should pay their fair share of taxes. We've had 55 big corporations pay nothing in taxes, though they have record profits. If we raise taxes on the big corporations who aren't paying, raise taxes on people using international loopholes, raise taxes on the wealthy who are not paying their fair share, we can pay for every one of those investments in the package without a penny of taxes on people making under $400,000 a year, and without a penny being added to the long-term federal debt. In fact, passing these tax changes, making the people who aren't paying pay their fair share, collecting taxes from people who owe them and are dodging taxes by using loopholes, using lawyers and accountants, collecting those taxes will make our tax system fairer, make middle-class people share less of the burden, and can help bring down our debt in the long run. So I think Senator Manchin's concerns about inflation, about debts, those are concerns we can address with the provisions of this package itself.
People should see what the climate change is doing, and we're going to address that in our legislation. And the president created this legislation over a year ago. So he was ahead of this, and now we just need Congress to come along with us so that we can protect the American people and invest in them.
But you read Senator Manchin's op-ed. He said he's not for it. He says $3.5 trillion is too much. He's not going to vote for it. It can't pass without him.
Look, Senator Manchin is a valued partner. We're going to continue to work with him, but we're also going to continue to push our agenda. And part of this, George, is just the sausage making process. And it just happens. And this is happening in public view. But it's not abnormal for this to happen in the legislative process. And we're still full steam ahead.